What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Thank you for coming back to the channel for another week, and I know just why you're here. It is time for the 10-minute mailbag. As always, we're putting 10 minutes on the timer. I saw someone in one of the last videos comment that this should be a 20-minute video. Maybe. It seems like a lot. I think 10 minutes is part of its charm. It's digestible. But if you guys start putting more questions and we get more interaction, maybe there will be a day in which it improves to 20 minutes. But for now, 10 minutes it is. And with our 10 minutes on the clock, I will hit start and we will begin. So 3, 2, 1, begin. Our first question today comes from CJ. It's actually 2 questions, but we're going to be focusing on the first one. Do you think the focus on pushing packs comes from the idea that NCAA football will drop in Season 2 and they, SDS, are expecting to lose a lot of the player base? This is a very interesting talking point. Because yes, the giant elephant in the room is clearly the fact that NCAA football is coming out during Season 2. I don't know the exact date. I am not going to play NCAA football. I don't really care about college football. It's not my bag. I'm sorry. I just offended half the people who listen to this channel. I understand. So here's the thing. Yes, I think pushing packs is clearly an emphasis on revenue. It's a business after all. That's not me defending them. That's just me understanding why it's happening. Yes, is there a chance come Season 2 a lot of the player base will be gone? For sure, Ski. 100%, absolutely. But I think, and I've been part of this conversation before, so this is me course correcting. I think we're all so fascinated on NCAA football coming out that we're forgetting that by the time that game is coming out, a lot of the normal player base of MLB The Show has already dropped out anyway, at least on a daily playing basis. I don't think NCAA football, specifically as a title, like that individual title, is what's going to cause the mass exodus away from MLB The Show. It will draw some people away, for sure. We can't speak in black and white terms. There's always a gray area. But I think people who have decided they're going to be done with MLB The Show by June or July anyway will already be gone by the time NCAA football comes out. And I don't know if MLB The Show, if SDS rather, would try to align their content with the fact of like, oh, NCAA football's coming out, we're going to lose all our money. I don't know how much they care about other titles. Maybe that's naive, maybe that's smart, maybe that's business, maybe that's, I don't know. I obviously can't confirm or deny if NCAA football is top of mind, but I understand why people are looking at that as like, that's potentially like the flag in the ground, the end date for MLB The Show 24. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but I do agree that them pushing packs is clearly an effort to make revenue now. If you remember last year, at the end of the game cycle, they eventually started giving us, I know the game was different with 99s, everything, whatever, but they eventually started giving us more packs and making grinding easier and this and that. I am hoping that becomes the case again this year. They're just trying to make money early while the player base is at its highest point. That's just my theory. So CJ, thank you so much for your questions. Sorry, we can only get to one. From the Discord, from Scotty. Would you like to see, SDS bring back bronze and silver stadium collection? So I wanted to talk about this. We've talked about this quite a lot in the Discord lately. Again, join the Discord. We have great conversations in there. It's not just for 10-minute mailbag. SDS has taken away so many collection things. Remember when we used to be able to collect everything? Mitts, wrist wraps, catcher equipment? Now you can only collect these 5 things. And they don't even give you anything. 2,500 stubs is all you get for collecting 7,500 bats. I did it, of course, just because I was bored one day. But, like, to collect all these stadiums, 10 of them, of which they cost roughly 3,000 to 3,500 stubs each, you only get 1,000 stubs in the Polo Grounds for all of them. Are we kidding? No XP. And you can't collect what you used to be able to collect, like those bronze and silver stadiums, like Scott's talking about, which were very cheap, easy to get, and you got some stub rewards for doing it. It is abundantly clear. Abundantly, evidently, absolutely clear that SDS does not want us making stubs or XP this year. They just don't want us doing it. This is a card collecting mode. And they removed the ability to collect certain types of cards because they didn't want us to have stubs and XP. That's it. That's a hard stop. I mean, that's not me telling a lie. That's me just observing and being like, hey, clearly this is the situation. So yes, I'd love to see them bring back the Bronze and Silver Stadium collections. I'd love to see them bring back all the collections they've taken away. Because ultimately the game's economy, marketplace, is worse off for this reason, for many other reasons. But this is part of it. Honestly, it really is. Thank you, Scott, as always. Next question comes from Sports Ball Fan. If you could, and from the Discord, if you could change one thing in regards to content and or content structure in the game thus far, what would I change? I would change, well, like I just talked about, collections. I don't really know if that's content structure. It's a tie for me. The monthly or season awards, whatever the heck it's called, program is an absolute abomination. It's an atrocity. It's built terribly. These cards are bad. All the good cards that you actually want are behind packs. I'm not going to go too deep into this because I'm talking about it more on tomorrow's podcast episode. So make sure you guys check out the podcast on Tuesday. It's called A Shameless Plug. My biggest problem with content is that there aren't enough programs. And that the programs we do have, outside of the Jackie Robinson program, which only gave us a pre-order barrier breaker pack. Let's not pretend like they gave us like this spicy pack. But none of these programs have their themed pack in it. None of them. 3 standard packs at most. Spring Breakout, cool program. Also, did not have its pack in it. At least it had more cards in it. This one has been one of the better programs of the year, of course. Generally speaking, the programs that come out in that first week or two usually are the best. But that one didn't really have a pack attached to it, the Easter egg hunt. But these season award drops, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all should have had one season award pack in it. Give me the chance to pull something spicy. I don't even think I will because I have shit pack luck. But it's clear what their intentions are. To lock some cards behind stub barriers, because this Elly De La Cruz, although it's not a great card, it's really not. Its lefty attributes are horrible. It's got no clutch, no vision. It's not a great card, but it's a fan favorite player, and it's 120,000 stubs, and SDS knew that was going to happen, so that was intentional. So that is my biggest gripe with content, is just give us the opportunity to earn packs. You don't have to guarantee me rare rounds. I would not want a guaranteed rare round. The chance is part of the chase. It's a good little tagline there. But yeah, I need the opportunity. So thank you, Sports Ball Fan. Next question comes from Raves. And this question was in the Discord, and it wasn't actually directed towards me. It was in response to somebody else. But because it happened in the 10 Minute Mailbag channel, I'm stealing the question. How much XP do you have right now? This is a nice and simple and easy one. I just unlocked Kyle Seager this morning. It's Sunday morning. I just unlocked Kyle Seager. I don't know if I'm going to like him or not, but he is certainly better than Heimer Candelario or Jamer Candelario. I don't know how you say his name. People make fun of me for how I say it, I suppose. I'm at 790,000 XP. There are going to be some of you with less than that. There are going to be some of you with more than that. I actually kind of think I'm right in the middle ground of where you, quote-unquote, should be if you play the game a lot. I have not maxed out my XP cap every single day. I have not played as many days as I used to, probably because there's less to do in the game. SDS, that's what you've done. You've made us play less. At this rate, with 47 days left, I am not worried about finishing this XP path. I really don't think many people should be worried about finishing the XP path. I think there's going to be plenty of time to get these 3 bosses. I am very excited to use Andy Pettitte because I'm a disgusting Yankee fan. He'll probably be my first pick just for video purposes too. But I'm at 790k, so that's where I'm at. Let me know where you guys are at and if you feel like you're nervous about finishing the XP path. Our last question comes today. Comes today. What is English? Comes from Declonius Games. And it's kind of repetitive with what we've already talked about, but I wanted to bring this up again. With some of the packs we've gotten, Pipeline and Soul Series specifically, could these have easily been programs to work on? Yes, and I'm circling back to talk about what we just talked about, because both of those, both the Pipeline and the Soul Series cards, or packs remind me of the Mexico City series from last year. And of course, the Mexico City's program was, say it with me, terrible. But it provided a pathway for how this all could work. I am not expecting amazing cards from every single drop, but the fact that the power creep is back gives me more hope that some cards will be more useful than others. Why did the Mexico series fail last year? Because during a year of 99s everywhere, they gave us horseshit cards. The game has changed, though. A Soul Series program could have been super cool. A Pipeline series should have happened from the start. That had so much potential. I still think it should happen. We are getting a program this week. We're getting the Show Classics program. We're also getting it a full 2 weeks after the Show Classics pack dropped in the shop. So there's a clear disconnect somewhere. I don't know where, but there is somewhere. So yes, I think all of these types of specialty packs should be tied to programs 100%. Absolutely. It's just more fun for everybody. And then those packs are content because you could play them. Packs supplement content. Packs are not content themselves. That will do it for another 10-minute mailbag. Potentially a community favorite. It seems like every week it's getting more and more traction, so I appreciate you guys for interacting and engaging and enjoying it as much as I enjoy putting it together. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not yet done so, and join the Discord. It's blowing up. We're having a lot of fun, having a lot of good quality conversations, and helping each other out. So do that and make yourself a better player and better person. Thank you for making it to the end. I love you all, and I will see you next time.